Live, local, late breaking. This is 4029 News Sunrise.
Well, good Sunday morning, and thanks for waking up with 4029 News Sunrise. I'm Ife Ivo Simba.
And I'm Jamie Weiss. The first Sunday of December, off to a chilly start. Let's go ahead and bring in 4029's Brendan Johnson. And Brendan, it's going to be a little bit chilly today, correct?
Yeah, we've got a little bit colder air moving in. I know yesterday we were all talking about those showers, those storms that brought a lot of damage to the area yesterday. The National Weather Service now confirming an EF1 and an EF2 tornado in eastern Oklahoma from those Friday night storms.
Well, this morning, we're learning about new damage reports left behind by this weekend's severe weather.
The city of Gravette posting these photos showing some of the damage on the roads. Road signs have been knocked down around the city, and here you can see a light pole that fell smashing through the fence of a baseball field. The storms in Sequoyah County trapping a couple in their home. Lauren and Karen Cook have lived in Black Gum for more than 20 years. A tree knocked over by the winds pierced through their ceiling, sending Cook and his wife crawling to safety. The couple was stuck until someone could come to their rescue.
We was on the telephone calling people, come get this debris out of here so we can get out of the house.
Yeah.
Emergency management tells us that this home was one of more than 24 to take damage, as well as 3 buildings. And take a look at this home in Alma. The family that lives inside says they were watching the weather coverage when winds started to pick up. They say the windows busted and the roof came off. Trees also fell on their guest house and on their car park. And out on Lake Tenkiller, hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage left behind as storms threw boats and docks across the water. New this morning, police are asking for your help to find a woman suspected of shoplifting.
That's right. Take a look at your screen.
A convicted murderer on the run this morning after escaping from jail. Police say 34-year-old Patrick Walker escaped the Payne County Jail in Oklahoma Thursday night. Jail guards say he was supposed to be in jail waiting for a court date, but ended up escaping.
He impersonated one of his cellmates, had their identification information, like their ID cards, things like that, was able to pose as that inmate and bond out. This is a violent individual, and he should not be approached or dealt with in any way other than by law enforcement.
Welcome back to 4029 News Sunrise. And we were just talking about how the weather is finally getting cooler, starting to feel like the holiday season a little bit.
I know.
Ife's
going to be wearing her jacket now. It's getting colder.
The jacket never left.
Jacket never left. Exactly.
It's always on standby.
Well, it's such a difference being inside versus being outside when we need the hand warmers, the scarves, jacket, all of it.
Yeah.
Get ready for it. It's that kind of checklist you're going to need this week, because it is going to get a little bit chillier out there.
Thanks, Brendan. Well, tonight marks the start of Hanukkah officially beginning at sunset.
That's right. The Jewish holiday lasts 8 nights, each marked by the lighting of a candle on a menorah.
The Fort Smith Library is hosting a do-it-yourself ugly sweater workshop today. The library will have all kinds of accessories to make the biggest eyesore you can think of. That's today from 2 to 4. We should probably go, Iffy. That sounds fun. And at Central Mall in Fort Smith, families with special needs are getting a day with Santa to themselves. A private photo session is just for children with special needs and their families, giving a stress-free environment to see Santa and get their pictures taken. That's today from 10 until 2. And we're going to be taking a live look out over Garrison Avenue in Fort Smith, where from now until the end of the year, you can park for free downtown. The city of Fort Smith has bagged the parking meters, making it easier for you to get to events and stores for the holiday season. So keep that in mind when you head out. More than 190 aftershocks have hit parts of Alaska since Friday's 7.0 quake knocked out power and ripped open roads near Anchorage. Take a look at this damage. Roads buckled under passing cars and grocery store products tumbled from shelves. Thankfully, no fatalities or serious injuries were reported. Helicopters and drones are assessing infrastructure across the region. And Alaska's governor has issued a disaster declaration as the state deals with dozens of aftershocks. And new details this morning on a settlement in a case involving damaged earthquakes in central Oklahoma. Spec Oil, Equal Energy US, and Fairfield Oil and Gas did not admit to any liability, but have agreed to pay $925,000 in a settlement fund. Plaintiffs argued that saltwater disposal well operations led to earthquakes in 2011 near Prague. We start in Springdale with Shiloh Christian playing host to Arkadelphia for the right to advance to War Memorial next week. The Saints fell down early but battled their way back to make things close. The Badgers turned out to be too much to handle though and go on to win 30-17. Shiloh falls in the semis and ends the season 12-2. And in the River Valley, the Boonville Bearcats came into the season ranked #1 and have stayed undefeated since. They beat Prescott yesterday in semifinals 34-31. Boonville will take on Osceola next Saturday in Little Rock for the 3A state title.
Well, it's championship weekend in college football as well.
And if you no game bigger than that Big 12 championship as #5 Oklahoma looked to avenge their loss to Texas earlier this year. Heisman contender Kyler Murray scored 3 touchdowns as the Sooners beat up on the Longhorns. Sorry to my brother Evan, a Longhorn. The final score 39-27, hoping that's enough to get them into the college football playoffs. And they did get a little help from Alabama last night as the Crimson Tide rolls Georgia.